Hi guys, my name's Sarah, and I wanted to share with you my story going from fashion design into software development. And every time I tell this story to people I know, they think it's like insane. And it kind of looks like it is, but I wanted to share this. So if you're looking into a career change, or you're looking into getting into tech because you're in high school and you don't know what to do with your life, or you're just interested in tech in general, I want to tell you that you can do it and that it's not late for anybody. It's a great time to join the field. I am originally from Brazil. I grew up in Brazil up until I was 15, and that was when I moved to the United States. And from the moment that I started to go to school here and just have my life here, I realized how many opportunities I have been that I hadn't known were available to people in the world. From being able to print any kind of paper you write at the school and not have to pay for it. Like in Brazil, I have had to handwrite tests that I would take in school. So it's just so you see the disparity of, a developing country and a first world country. Man, like there's all these opportunities. I can do all this stuff. And I've had teachers that were really impressed with me, which I didn't really think that I did anything spectacular. I just never thought that I was anything more than just okay. But they saw this thing in me that I could do more. And they were my mentors, and they showed me all of this that I could be doing. And that was when I shifted my mindset, and that was the first time I ever had any contact with coding. In Brazil, I had never seen code ever. Like I didn't even know it existed. Like I knew that phones had apps and that So when I moved here in 2012, I was in my sophomore year of high school, and I didn't speak English. I knew very basic English, and I could not get by. Like it was hard. And my advisor in high school didn't believe that I could do the classes that I wanted to take. And one of the classes I wanted to take was it was web development. And for the most part, it was just, very basic HTML, CSS, but I saw all these opportunities that were there, and it was actually very creative. So fast forward a few years, my mom marries a guy named Brian, who is a real life hacker. And I had heard the term hacker a lot of times, and I thought they were like this mystical creature and they had powers and it was insane. But he is my dad. He's so instrumental in so many things that I want to do with my life. And he was a great mentor in helping me to get into tech. He learned that I was very artistic, and that ever since I was a child, I was obsessed with fashion, and I would do fashion sketches. And I had done fashion sketches all my life, and I had never really taken any kind of classes to learn how to draw, but they were pretty good for someone who had never taken a class. And he's like, you know what? If you like this so much, you really should go and try to do this. And he helped me go into college, and my first declared major was fashion design. And I was like, this is awesome. Like I get all this stuff, and I get to be all creative and draw and express, myself and all this stuff. And the more I did it, I realized it wasn't enough. Like, I knew I had more potential and that I could be doing more. And even though I liked the creativity part, I did not want to do just that. Because he loves his field so much, he's always encouraged me to learn about tech, and he wanted to show me how cool it was. And one day we were having this conversation, I'm telling him about college and, this and that, and he tells me he's always thought that I was really creative, but I'm also really smart. And I was like, what? Nobody's ever told me I was smart. Like, other than my mom, in Brazil, women are not considered to be very smart. He told me to just give programming a try, there are all these online resources that are free. Just go in. You told me about this HTML class you took with CSS, and you said it was great and you liked it. So it's pretty much the same. It's just a little more complicated, but if you put in the work, it's going to be great. And I was like, sure, yeah, I'm going to try it. So I say that I did, but I'm not smart for this. Like, it's just too complicated. Turns out it is not so hard and it is not so complicated. When I first started to create my first programs and I was coding something into existence, it was the pure essence of creativity. And that had me so quick. Like I was drawn to it. And it was what I was missing from, my fashion design degree, which I loved and I still do and I still sketch and I love it. But it's more of a hobby today than it is my career. And it's okay because that makes me happy. So what happened next was I decided to switch, quit the fashion design program, and I switched completely to a different school. Today, I study software engineering. I went to a couple of different schools for it, and I went to a school where you had to go to class and you have a campus and, we do the college experience. And then I decided to switch to an online school, which was the best thing that I ever did. And that is another topic for another video, but I realized it wasn't so hard and I was going to be good at it. And there were so many people who were willing to help me because every day I hear how much we need more people in tech, because tech is not just one industry these days. Tech is every industry. Everything runs on technology these days, even farming. Like John Deere's tractors run by themselves. They don't need someone to operate them. And, even farming that you wouldn't think would have so much technology. I want to tell you that if you want to go into tech, if you are the least bit interested, go. It's a great time to join the field. It is only going to get better. It is only going to get stronger. And there is such a shortage. There are so many jobs going unfilled. And this is a really good career, especially right now that so many industries are crumbling. And you don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. But I know that tech isn't going anywhere. And it's only gotten better. It's only gotten easier. And the more you network and the more you lose that fear that you are not good enough and that you're not smart enough, you meet all these people that are willing to teach you just because they have all this knowledge and they feel like no one is interested. But we need creative people in tech. Maybe people who aren't so good at math. I'm not so good at math. And I'm not so good at problem solving. But with the more I practice and the more I go into it, the better I get. And I have more and more help along the way. There is a lot of room. There are a lot of jobs. There are a lot of people who will help you. Oh, also, it is never too late to join in. If you're the kind of person who is always learning and you are excited about learning new things and cool things, how the world works and creating solutions for life's real problems, it is not too late, I promise you. One of my mentors in one of my software engineering jobs was nearly 60, and I don't even know if he was actually under 60 because he looked really good. He was active, but I'm pretty sure he said that he was like close to 60 or over 60, and he had only started coding when he was over 40. He's only started to learn. He had never gone to a proper college. He'd never gone to university for it, but he learned and he did really fun stuff. He went to work for Sony and he worked in gaming, coding games, and it is not too late. it is hard work, but it's not too late. And if you're looking for job security and having a job that fulfills you and that you can trust, you're going to have an income tomorrow, join tech.